Joining us right now is tech venture capitalist Steve Jang. He's a founder and managing partner at Kindred Ventures. Steve was an early stage investor in Uber, Coinbase, and Tonal, so he's got a pretty good track record too. Steve, thanks for being here. Let's talk about some of the big FANG stocks that we've been watching, because this week has been a little bit of a difficult one for some of those tech names just because yields continue to rise. We kind of thought tech stocks had gotten used to higher yields, but every time you see a big pickup, it comes back. Are these going to be the stocks that actually lead the recovery, or are they going to have to get out of the way for some new leadership in the market?
Look, I think this is a U-shaped recovery. It's a when, not an if question right now. We have Russia, Ukraine. We have the Fed playing a game of charades with the economy. But we know that when the recovery happens, I'm certain that it'll be the big tech companies. The entrenched involvement in the economy on every level, from small businesses to large businesses to jobs, it's these 5 companies plus Microsoft. I think what's interesting right now is that there are pockets where there's a lot of value and a lot of opportunity for growth. So crypto, Web3, so in crypto, public liquid tokens, those assets. Number 2, early stage venture. We're seeing a ton of excitement still and lofty valuations with that in crypto Web3 startups. On the growth side in tech, in private markets, it's an interesting situation right now. A lot of the crossover funds that were propping up high private valuations pre-IPO are in the public markets buying these big tech companies. It's a shopping sale. They're on sale right now at 20%, even 30% discounts. And so we're seeing a lot of those crossover funds that were historically creating those lofty valuations in the private markets. They're jumping into the public markets and buying while the market is volatile.
Does that mean that there is a buying opportunity in the private markets right now, because those had gotten so boosted over time?
Absolutely.
As people,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So on, pre-IPO valuations are obviously directly tied to the IPO market. And the IPO market in technology is pretty much dead this year. I don't think it's going to come back in time for the fall. So let's just say 2022 IPO market dead, 2023, let's see what happens. So right now, it's a sale right now on late stage growth for a lot of late stage venture capital funds, a lot of the crossover funds, the mutual funds that you know well. And we're also seeing on the crypto side, a lot of excitement that's really been insulated from all of this market volatility on the macro level at early, mid, and late stage. So the crypto Web3 area is pretty much untouched as far as we can see in our investment activities at early stages. Another interesting point on the liquid crypto asset side with Bitcoin and Ethereum and assets like that, it's trading still mostly like an equity rather than a currency or a store of value, but it's starting to change. We're starting to see moments where it's diverging from the public equities markets.
Steve, we're about out of time, but if you think that this is an opportunity and that it hasn't really been affected by this, what did you think of Peter Thiel's take on his enemies list? He's got Warren Buffett, Larry Fink, and Jamie Dimon on this list. I mean, they just don't like crypto and said don't invest in it. He thinks it should be at 100,000 without them. Do you?
Yeah, but you know what, Jamie Dimon, JP Morgan is investing heavily in a crypto team. Their entire workforce is betting on crypto as well. I recently went on a JP Morgan global conference call to speak to a lot of their shareholders and clients about crypto. So I think there's a lot of political bluster at the top of any firm, on both sides of that aisle. I think that what the reality is that everyone is trending towards this future.
Thank you for joining us today. It's good to see you.